We actually now move to a special chat. One of the biggest veterans in business, A.M. Naik, Group Chairman of L&T, has been conferred with the Padma Vibhushan, the second highest civilian honor. And Lata is over there. She's in conversation with this veteran. So let's cut across to them. Lata.
Not very often that the nation bestows its highest civilian honor on technocrats and business people. In the last several years, we've just had probably Narayan Murthy, Azim Premji, Dhirubhai Ambani, not too many. And today we have one such person who has been bestowed with the Padma Vibhushan, Mr. A.M. Naik. And why not? Started his life at a village school in Gujarat and has risen to be the MD, the CEO and chairman of Larsen & Toubro. Mr. Naik, many congratulations. But before I pose my first question, some numbers for our viewers. When Mr. Naik took over as the CEO and managing director of L&T, the revenues of the company was 7,666 crores. And at final count last year, it stood at 1,02,200 crores. The market cap of the company when he took over was 4,400 crores, and today it stands at 1.56 lakh crores. Many congratulations, Mr. Naik.
I only want to make a comment on what you said. The sales, which was 7,600, was of a combined company, which included 2,700 crore of cement, which does not exist today. Of course, in last 20 years, I have sold many businesses which were non-core, and that must be around 10,000 crore.
Okay.
So today,
yes,
as a group, because we have restructured the company over and over again, it is 1,35,000, not 1,02,000.
Okay, okay, the group number.
That time it was not 7,600, it was 5,000, minus cement.
Oh, right.
Because now we are minus cement.
Okay.
Market cap was not 4,400 crore.
Okay.
When cement went away, it was 2,000 crore.
Okay.
And today our market cap of a group is 2,48,000 crore. So we have increased our market cap 120 odd times.
Even more congratulations, Mr. Naik, for this arithmetic. But okay, more seriously, your period also coincided with a good period for India. We did see from 2003 onwards the country come out of a slowdown, and we saw a very good growth in infrastructure, in road building, in power. I remember once in 2007-8 you said the extent of infrastructure that India needs, we need 10 L&Ts. Do you think we are still continuing in that good period? The last 15 years seem to have been very good.
This year had been good.
Okay.
Next year, I see it moderate because there are elections. A lot of funds are required to take care of the rural people, the farmers and others, where in order that the votes are secured, they need to be also helped. And why not? Absolutely. But for the impact of that will be on development.
Okay.
And to that extent, I think infrastructure will be affected. So I think for a year and a half, after the election, it is subject to one party coming with a fewer
a stable
parties.
Majority.
If they come, if there is a much wider spectrum of parties getting together, and secure, therefore, government may not be very, very strong, in which case we can lose even more time.
Oh, okay, okay.
So 1.5 years, I don't see great deal of growth coming after the election.
Okay. Especially if it is a coalition government.
Then the period will be longer.
Oh, okay. Okay. Even if it is the same government with a reduced majority, you think the country will lose time?
I think as long as they have majority, they will lose time because most of the resources have been used up.
Oh, okay, okay.
Now. And it will take some time before they have resources for development again.
Okay. Well, 2 days back, Larsen Toubro announced its numbers, and it was an excellent set of numbers. 24% growth in revenues, whereas your annual guidance has been 12 to 15%. You think that is a difficult pace to maintain? Do you think because of election execution can slow down now?
I think our order booking is good right
Yes,
now.
it's very good.
So we don't see, from revenue perspective, a very negative impact. I think we'll do well next 1 year. Okay. But order intake, which will be then impact the following year, is really where we need to be concerned about.
You don't see any recovery in private capex?
At the moment, I don't see much.
Okay, okay.
You yourself can think how many private business houses have the muscle power to be able to expand in a big way.
Okay. Do you think the debt market and the bank market is also very tight? Is that a very big reason why we are not getting capex? Or is it that demand is not there? What really is keeping back capex?
In a country like us, demand is not a problem.
Okay.
The point is, where is the equity? Promoter need to have equity for a bank to rise up and give them debt. So it's not only banks, NPAs, and therefore more limited availability of liquidity, but it's also availability of promoter equity.
Okay. Well, you spoke about infrastructure and you said that there can be a slowdown, during the election months. What about defense? Has it taken off? I mean, we expected a lot, and the first set of guns moved out of the L&T factory as well, just a few days back. Has defense turned the corner? Do you see your defense segment growing in leaps and bounds?
Not leaps and bounds. It has grown somewhat, and we expect it to grow steadily but slowly.
Okay. At the moment, it's just about 2-3%?
Of the L&T? Yeah, about 3.
Okay. By when do you think it can become 10%?
That's what I wish.
Okay.
It does become over 5-7 years.
Okay, okay. So it is a rather slow and steady growth that you're seeing.
Yeah, but again, you see, resources is a constraint. With development required for infrastructures and many other more essential requirements for consumptions to the poor and middle level people, the amount of money you can spare for defense is not that much.
So is that your big fear, that this election all parties are promising large farm packages and that will take away money from infrastructure?
It's a reality, yeah. It's not my fear. It is likely to happen.
Most likely to happen.
Yeah.
But, coming just for a little bit to your fear about, coalition governments taking even longer to pass orders, we didn't have a very stable government in terms of numbers in 2003. Even the earlier NDA government was not a complete majority. It depended on Shiv Sena, it depended on various other parties for majority. The two UPA 1 and UPA 2 were also not majority governments by a distance. I mean, they were not even 272. So, would you really worry so much? Coalitions in the past have also managed.
Well, I mean, there were like-minded parties who fought on their own and came together in alliance. We have to see really post-election how many parties will come forward to form the government, either side of it. Okay. At the moment, it appears that there is a wide variation or distance between the parties who are not in the fray to form the alliance, but are talking about post-election alliance. Okay. So we have to see how many of them come back.
Well, there are some very powerful state chief ministers. That is the new trend in India. We've had some good, powerful chief ministers. Are state governments giving orders? Is there an infrastructure thrust coming from them?
Their budget is very, very low.
Okay.
Again, they are also right now in a mood to give freebies. Okay. They also want to please the voters to get the votes. Okay. So money is not only going out of central kitty, but also state kitty.
So as a man...
You can see three states which won. Each one of them waived the farm loans. Where is it coming from? I hope they have in the state balance enough money to give them that.
To pay the banks back, yeah, that's right. Therefore, your view at this point in time appears to be that growth in the next 1 year cannot be as good as growth in the past 2-3 years.
You can say so, yes.
Okay. What is your assessment now that we are almost at the end of the NDA term? You know, it had a lot of things going for itself, 335 majority and crude at $60 for a better part, maybe 4 out of 5 years. How would you assess the record?
If you ask me, except for 1 or 2 mistakes, if you want to call it a mistake or error in judgment, by and large, they took many other initiatives never been attended before, which took away a lot of energy, management, leadership, resources. On the whole, I would say, other than this 1 or 2 major error, which is being now exploded on their face, I think they haven't done badly.
All right, a rather interesting conversation happening between Lata Venkatesh and Padma Vibhushan, AM Naik, if you must. And he indicates that perhaps the next year, because of elections, may not be as good for private capex, but looks back at the past with a lot of optimism and the future beyond that with a lot of optimism as well. As we speak, HDFC and Kotak Mahindra at the low point of the day. What we do is take a short break, come back and continue our coverage on your stocks.